It's getting pretty wet and wild out there now. We have had a major storm issued for WA for the whole way along the coast. I think in WA at the moment it's about 65 km/h winds, and we've had quite heavy rain. My daughter works at a cafe on a river, and the river broke its banks today, and they had all water in the cafe. So like she was, oh my god, the van's shaking. She was walking around ankle deep in water in the cafe, unfortunately for them. But mum and dad have kindly offered me to sleep in their driveway tonight because it's a bit more sheltered from the wind and there's no big trees, more importantly. But I've come along the coast to head to theirs, and that wind is just, it's hectic out there. The ocean looks amazing. So I am going to brave some of that weather for you now to try and get some of that on film. So yeah, let's go check it out. Oh, wow. That was actually really difficult. I have no idea what that turned out like. I was doing just all my power to try and keep the camera steady. There was a gentleman out there with a camera, and he was trying to take a photo of me trying to take a photo. Mother Nature is amazing, and I almost feel a little bit like, you know, weather like this is kind of like a clean out, you know, it's like shaking the trees free of the dead leaves and branches. It's quite invigorating. Oh, I'll see if I can get some pictures of trees as well for you along the drive, because the trees are like just, yeah. I was really lucky actually out there. I just missed a bit of rain, so got a bit of a gap in the rain to get that footage. Yeah, I was just looking on Willy Weather, and it's about 80 km/h winds out there at the moment. Everyone's coming down to have a look, and they're all like standing in it, sort of pretending to be blown away. Well, not pretending, they're trying not to be, because it's full on. The van's rocking, as you can tell by my nice little plant here moving. Well, I think it's time to head to Mum's now, try and get out of the weather a little bit, because the winds are only going to keep getting higher apparently. So we'll go there for a cup of tea, and it's actually been interesting driving my new Fiat in this wind, because in Gypsy I felt the wind a lot, and so you actually would feel like when there were high crosswinds, and I'm not talking like hectic winds like today, like, you know, 30 to 40 km/h winds, you'd sort of feel like a big gust of wind would actually sort of almost push you off the road. Like that's how much you would feel it. Whereas in the Fiat, I feel like, and I'm not a mechanic or an engineer, but I feel like because it's a more solid base of the vehicle, like it's a wider vehicle, it's a feels like it's a heavier chassis, so it just, you feel the movement, but you feel like grounded to the earth more, like you're not gonna go flying away. If that makes any sense whatsoever, I feel I have more control with this vehicle than I did in Gypsy, the Toyota Hiace that I used to have. Anyway, let's go for a cup of tea. God, there's so much traffic. You see how much the van's moving? Okay. Mum and Dad's driveway is mega thin. I can just scrape by with my mirrors out, but I sort of bring them in at the gate. Can I just take it slow? Done it like a boss. I can guarantee Dad will be watching me from the living room. Make sure I don't hear anything. I've had my cup of tea with Mum. We've had our catch up, but it is dinner time. I haven't done my dishes from lunch yet, so I'm doing those now. I actually hooked up my gas for the first time today. I hadn't done it before. Like, I think the gas bottle was actually empty, so I just hadn't worked all that out yet. I was still using all my electrical stuff, but it's running my battery down quite quickly, and I'm not sure if that's because, like, I've got a 2000 watt inverter now, so that chews more power. I've got more lights, I've got a bigger fridge. Anyway, it is good that I can go to a caravan park and just, you know, it takes about 4 hours just to charge the battery up again. But I thought I really do need to just have a look at the gas and start getting that working. So yeah, I worked all that out today. I went and got a new gas bottle, and there was a isolating valve that I had to turn on. Anyway, I got it all working. So I cooked my first meal on my stovetop today, and what makes me laugh is that obviously the winds are so high right now. I don't know if you can hear them. I'm not using my microphone at the moment because I kind of was like, well, let's bunker in for the night and you can get the full experience of a storm. So anyway, the wind was quite hectic today, and I had the door open because I was cooking with gas, and the winds were coming in, so my pot actually wasn't boiling, and I'm hoping it's just because the wind was coming in so strong it kept blowing the flames. But I'm standing there and I was cooking away and I had my fry pan, and all of a sudden this massive projectile just flew through the door, and it was a piece of bark about this big, and it just landed plonk right in the middle of my fry pan. So that was quite funny. I just laughed and went, well, you know, that sums up van life really, doesn't it? So yeah, a bit of bark with lunch. Anyway, I'm going to get these dishes done and then we'll get dinner started.
Sweet air, something like I'm breathing in moonlight. Let's meet where the people in the sky are up all night. I need this slow dance with the gravity. I eclipse with your hands all over me.
Sometimes I do wonder if people look at me as a solo female traveller and think that my nights look like this, when in fact, in reality, this is what they look like.
I need this slow dance with the gravity. I eclipse with your hands all over me. Ooh, I swear, you got me way up there, a cosmic affair. Ooh, I swear, looking at you there, it's a cosmic affair.
One thing I don't think I showed in my very quick van tour, because I had my daughter for a limited one day only special, so I was trying to get 2 videos done in one day. I have a bit of an extender here for my bench top as well, so just make sure that goes up. Both sides, yeah, so pretty stable, extra bench stars to work with. So yeah, let's start chopping up some veggies. I'm going to do a beef stir fry tonight. That wind is really hectic out there. I think I might just open my door a crack, but I'm gonna open this because there's no rain at the moment. It is just wind. So I'm gonna open my vent I don't know how much you're supposed to open it, I can't really see. Woo! There's some wind coming through there. Although it might blow off. Maybe I shouldn't open it. I haven't turned this on yet. In, out. Out, out. I have to press a button in here. TV lights, units, awning, exit fan. It's working. Okay. Right. Bought this beautiful pan on special. It was like $200 down to $80 in the financial year sales. It's a green pan. How beautiful is it? Love stainless steel. Still a bit of wind coming through there. Woo. It's even just coming through the fan. So you know how I said that I can always guarantee you that my dad will be watching me from the living room when I was reversing down the driveway? First thing he said when I got inside was, "Oh, I was watching you coming down the driveway." I'm sure you were, Dave. I'm sure you were. Gee, God, I can't get over the force of that wind. I'm a bit nervous to keep this open, to be honest. I'm a bit worried that my thing's going to fly off. I mean, I am pretty protected here, but yeah. So I'm just letting my fry pan heat up. So with stainless steel, obviously, like because it's not the non-stick stuff, you know, things can stick to it. But the trick I've learned is that you let it heat up enough so that when you flick water on there, that it should just bead off, and so rather than just pooling in one area. And if it beads off, it means it's hot enough for the oil. And then you put the oil on, and then you're supposed to wait a certain period of time for the oil. I don't know what that time is, but maybe 30 seconds or something for the, maybe a minute? I don't know. Anyway, research that. Put the oil on, let that heat up, and then once that's heated up, then you can put everything in, and it shouldn't stick. So yes, that's what I'm doing. I've had to shut that fan because that wind, it was really struggling, the hatch to stay open. It was like, yeah, so anyway, I've got the door open a crack, but I think the rain's coming now. I am finding that the flame, like this hot plate, is not probably big enough for this fry pan. It's probably made for smaller meals because it's not getting hot enough. Yeah, it's taking longer to cook things. So anyway, I'll let it go for a little bit longer, and then I think I'm going to have to shut it off and shut everything up. Yeah, that's rain now, I think. I can't feel anything yet. Gosh, I don't know if you can hear it all. It's just hectic. I think I'm just going to quickly run outside and just turn my gas bottle off. before I forget, because I don't want to leave that on while I'm sleeping in the van at night. I'd rather, and like when I'm traveling around and stuff, because I think like if one of those gas nozzles was to move, gas myself out. So yeah, go out into that horrible weather and turn it on. Oh well, this is kind of cozy. Like, I can't explain the relief I feel in having a van that doesn't bloody leak. I feel like nice and cozy in here tonight now, like with all that wild weather out there. It's cool. But yeah, obviously I've made like a really big meal there, and what's the best thing about that? I have a freezer, so I can now freeze portions of that just to reheat later when I'm on the go and I just don't have the energy to cook lunch or dinner, you know. Quite often I'll get like that with work, like if work's quite busy and I just want to get things done and I just want to eat while I work, because then I've got the afternoon free. But yeah, I just can't be bothered making a meal sometimes. So anyway, not a bad little dinner for the evening. See how the rest of the night goes. Oh, that wind is it just keeps on intensifying. It's a bit crazy. I just went online and had a look, and it's chaotic out there. There is so much going on. And even though I'm like quite sheltered here, like I've got built up houses around me, the van is still shaking. And I'm quite glad that I chose to come here. Like I'd be quite excited to be honest, to sit on the coast tonight and like just, you know, be in amongst it. But this is my new home, my new van, and I have things on the roof, and I would just hate for something to go wrong with my new van. So that's why I've decided this time it's probably better that I, you know, play it safe. So I've had dinner with Mum and Dad and had a shower, so yeah, I'm just gonna settle in now with some dairy-free ice cream, Ice Magic, and gluten-free waffle, and watch a bit of Netflix. I actually honestly cannot believe the strength of this wind. It feels like it's gusts, but when it comes, it feels like someone is on the outside of the van, like pushing the van and rocking it. It's crazy. I'm actually just so glad that I'm here at Mum and Dad's, because like this is quite sheltered here. I mean, we are close to the coast though, but can you imagine what it would be like being out there and exposed more to the wind? Anyway, there hasn't been a lot of rain. Yeah, but anyway, let's hope for a good night's sleep. I don't have to get up to take off in the morning anywhere. So, yeah, I'll let you know in the morning how I went, how I slept. Good night. Well, I actually slept like a baby last night. The wind is still, like, it's still blustery out there. It's still, you know, like a storm, but it's not those huge wind gusts that we were getting last night. And it was actually rocking the van. My van is still now. But the trees, there's still quite a bit of movement in the trees. But yeah, I had a quick look online at the news this morning, and yeah, quite a destructive weather system that came through, or is coming through still. And I think it's headed for the east coast next, so look out. But yeah, I do love a good storm. I do love a good storm, but it's good to know that yeah, I feel very stable and protected in this van. You know, I'm not worried about water ingress or blowing away. So here's to having a good night's sleep.